We're looking at the holding period return and the holding period yield. So the holding period basically it's just how long you hold an investment or a security, like a share, a bond, or maybe some other financial asset. Then return is basically the money you get back from an investment or the profit. So we're going to look at our what the holding period return is. Basically, it's the return you get after holding an investment for an amount of time. Okay, holding period return, the return you get from an investment after holding, the return you get from an investment or a security after a certain period of time. Now, the HPR holding period return and HPY basically they tell us the same things. It's just that the holding period return is given in a numerical format and the holding period yield is given in percentage format. So these things, as I said, they're just showing us how much our investment has increased, decreased, or basically, yeah. So we have a consider an investment that cost 650 kwacha and is worth 850 kwacha after being held for 3 years. Calculate the HPR, which is the holding period return, annual HPR. So the annual HPR, this is the return you get after holding the investment for 1 year. Okay. The HPR it's for the total number of years you've held the investment for. But when you make it in an annual format, you just talk about after a year. Then our holding period yield and our annual holding period yield. So here below are the formulae. So the first thing is we're going to calculate our holding period return. Then the formula is the ending value of the investment over the beginning value of the investment. Now, if any income came from the investment, you can add it to the ending value here on the numerator here. If there was any income from the investment, you add it to this ending value. But so far in this question, there was not any other income that came in. So the ending value of the investment is 850. That's how much it is worth after 3 years. The beginning value of the investment is this 650 kwacha, which was you paid for. So 850 divided by 650. Okay, we get 1.307. Right. So basically, this is telling us after 3 years of holding our investment grew by 1.307 times its original value. Now, before I calculate the annual HPR, let me just also calculate the HPY, the holding period yield. Because as I said, the HPR and HPY are telling us the same thing, but it's just how they are represented. The HPR is in numerical format. So let's get the holding period yield, which is just basically our holding period return minus 1, right? This will give us a decimal format. Then if we multiply by 100 to give us a percentage. So 1.307 minus 1, that gives us 0.307. Multiply that by 100, we get 30.7%. So basically, after holding our investment for 3 years, it grew by 30.7%. Okay. So this 1.307 is the same as 30.7%. As I said, this is in numerical terms, this is in percentage format. So that's the holding period yield. Now, as I said, the HPR and HPY, they're giving us for the overall time. Okay. This investment has been held for 3 years. So after 3 years, our investment grew by 1.307 times its original value. Okay. Now I want to see on a yearly basis how much has this investment been growing. So let's start with the annual HPR. So the annual HPR, this is the formula, is our HPR, holding period return, 1 over the n represents the number of years. So 1 over the number of years. So our HPR, which was our holding period return, was 1.307. The power 1 over 3. Okay, so get our calculators. 1.307 to the power 1 over 3. We get 1.09. Okay, so on an annual basis, our investment has been growing 1.09 times its original value. Okay, then our annual HPY. So we know 1.09, this is the same like 9%. So on an annual basis, our investment has been growing by 9%. So to get our annual HPY, our annual holding period yield, is our annual HPR minus 1. And then we multiply it by 100, so we get it in percentage format. So 1.09 minus 1 times 100. So 1.09 minus 1, that is 0.09. Yes. Uh-huh. Number of years. Yes. And remember, this investment has been held for 3 years. Yes. Okay, don't worry, I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay. Yes. So, on an on a yearly basis, our investment has been growing by 9%. So both the holding period return and the holding period yield, just telling us how much our investment has grown by. Okay.